If you haven't already watched the first video, I would encourage you to do so. In the first video, we just briefly went over Pokemon Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond and just some of my general thoughts on it and where I think it could go. Now, more importantly, we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. This was the "oh wait, one more thing" announcement that we got yesterday in the Pokemon Presents, and let me just say, this is exactly what I have wanted for years with the Pokemon series. I actually talked to my friend recently about what I would like to see in the series, and this was it. This was literally almost one for one what I said I would like to see. Now, this gives me so many questions and very, very, very little answers to these questions. So today, we're just gonna go over the information that we have on this directly from the Pokemon Company and just talk about it. Some of the things that we'd like to see, some of the things that I would like to see, what I think we can expect from this, how it's going to play out. And obviously, as you can read right here, this is coming early 2022. So what's really nice about this is not only are we going to get remakes in late 2021, we're not going to have to wait long. I would say end of the physical year, so it would probably be March 31st would be a good placeholder date to, not March 31st, 2022 is when we'd would be a good idea, ballpark, to kind of see a release for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So, wow, all right. So the first question is, where is this going to go? How far is the Legends series? Is it going to be a series? Now, it's already been stated that this is mainline. This is not a spin-off. This is a mainline game. So I'm assuming the Pokemon Company wants to see how well this performs for us to see more. I mean, they said that with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and those did really well, and we haven't seen anything yet with the Let's Go series, so we'll have to see how this pans out. Now, the Pokemon Company Game Freak is working on this. Creatures Inc. is working on this. They have outsourced the work for Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond to a company called Ilka, who I talked about a little bit in the video I released earlier today, and they are behind Pokemon Home. So, that's good. Now that gives the Pokemon Company more time to, work on this. So a little more time in the oven for this, and it's going to do great because of that. So first thing we can see here, a bold new direction. So the Pokemon Legends Arceus game honors past Pokemon games' core gameplay while infusing new action and RPG elements. So, core gameplay, what does that mean? Is it the core gameplay in terms of battling and catching? Yes, we can definitely assume that because we've seen that. But are there trainers here? Do we have any sort of hierarchy in terms of going up the ranks? There's no gym leagues. There's no Elite Four. So what's the grand theme? What are we supposed to do? Is it strictly just, establishing the first Sinnoh Dex? So, and then new action and RPG elements. Now, does that just mean there could be some climbing, there could be some flying, and there's actually some screenshots, believe it or not. I'm not going to go over those because I just want to talk about what we know. But I will say that there was a leaker who leaked a little bit of the trailer before it was announced, and he had some more photos in there that I will go over in another video that I'm going to talk about with leaks and speculation. And I will say, if you want to check it out, it's out there on the internet. I'm not going to link you to it because, like I said, I want to speak directly from what we actually know from an official source. So, new action and RPG elements. So, from those, we can assume it's going to be just more mobility movement in terms of your NPC, in terms of your player character. So you'll need to catch, survey, and research wild Pokemon in a long-gone era of the Sinnoh region to create and complete the region's first Pokedex. Okay, so a lot of exploration, a lot of establishing the first Sinnoh Dex. Okay, so that answers that. Now, is that going to be all what we're going to be doing? Is this essentially... I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the idea of some, level of progression, but, I feel like you're kind of sidelining a lot of fans in the series who say, well, maybe I only play the games to beat gyms, to literally, beat the Elite Four, and then I'm done with it. So it'll be interesting to see how well that's received. But, at the end of the day, we don't know much about this. This is literally just got announced yesterday. So here we have some more information. Catch Pokemon. To catch Pokemon in the Pokemon Legends Arceus game, you can observe them to learn their behavior, then carefully sneak up, aim your Pokeball, and let it fly. So, okay. So from here, it seems like maybe Pokemon that are simpler to catch, or just, it's going to be as simple as throwing a Pokeball at it and boom. Maybe Pokemon who are a little more aggressive or at a higher level, you'll actually have to weaken them like in traditional games. Don't know much about that yet. You can also have your ally Pokemon. So your ally Pokemon, that's interesting. Well, okay, well here we can see that there's actually 6 Pokeballs. So you do have a full team. Okay, so ally Pokemon, what does that mean? Could it mean that you have a Pokemon following you, or one like dedicated ally Pokemon by your side? We'll have to see. So you can have your ally Pokemon battle wild Pokemon that you hope to catch. Just throw the Pokeball holding your ally Pokemon near a wild Pokemon, and you'll seamlessly enter battle and command your Pokemon by choosing from moves it knows. So, seamlessly, does that mean that there will be, it's literally immediately that we're in the battle? And what you can tell from here, it really doesn't look that different from the overworld. It honestly looks, what I'm going to assume here is that it is instantaneously. You're right in there. There is no transition screen or battle screen. You are right in there. So that'll be interesting to see how well that goes. Man, I am really hyped for these. All right. An adventure in the Sinnoh of days gone by. You'll be brought to the Sinnoh region, the setting for the Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl games. But this story unfolds in a long-gone era before ideas such as being a Pokemon trainer or having a Pokemon League even existed. Okay, so interesting. So here we now know that, does this mean there will be no Pokemon trainers or a league? Or are you establishing those things as well? That we don't know. So are we going to have trainers to battle, or strictly wild Pokemon? That, once again, we don't know. We'll have to see. Man, we really need some more information on this, to be completely honest. But I think it's a possibility that we might see essentially boss Pokemon. That kind of serve as a gym leader, or that same level of difficulty as a trainer or Elite Four member. And you might have to kind of whittle their health down to catch them, like in traditional games, but they're just extremely difficult. So that's my assumption, but we'll have to see how things play out. All around, you'll find Pokemon living wild in harsh environments that make for a Sinnoh unlike the region you may remember from the days of Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl games. Then we just have some screenshots here. I don't know what's up with this grass. It looks like paint strokes. I don't know what's going on here. But we do have Piplup, we have Bidoof, and we have the 2 protagonist trainers. And I gotta say, it looks good. It definitely looks like it needs a little more time in the oven, but it does look good. I will say that. It looks open, expansive. I really want to see how far the level of mobility goes in terms of what we can do. Now, earlier when it said action elements, I'm going to assume that means climbing, running, jumping, flying, but we'll have to see. Then we have this picture of a Pokeball here, which looks freaking awesome. Just going over the general Pokeball from the days of old. And then we have the starters here. Now, apparently these starters are because Rowlet represents the archer, Cyndaquil represents the volcano or the warrior, and then Oshawott here represents the samurai. So apparently that's why they went with these starters here. And I like this. I really, really, really like this. It's so refreshing to see this kind of hodgepodge of starters to go with. There's no set. These are, A, B, and C. It's just kind of thrown together. I really like this. I think it's cool, It's very refreshing to see this. So then we have Arceus. Obviously, as the name states, Arceus plays a role in this. What role, we don't know. Obviously, we know that Arceus is the god of Pokemon. So is he going to serve as possibly some end game boss, or who knows? There's definitely not a lot we know about that. Obviously, he's in the title, so he's going to be important. That we do know. So overall, wow, how do I feel about this? I'm so stoked for these. I just hope that it's done well. I hope that these can establish a new formula for the series. I really do. It's going to be interesting to see how these pan out in terms of reception from fans and receptions from people in the community and just newcomers. So yeah, man, I'm really excited to see how these goes. And we can go over the trailer here just to see a little bit more of the footage. And I really just want to go towards here so we can kind of see how it plays out a bit. So there's one thing that I wanted to show, which is this town right here. Now, is this town here just going to serve as a hub, essentially? Are we going to have just, you know, your Pokemon Center or wherever it is that you heal your Pokemon or buy items, or if you have to craft them, whatever it may be? Is this going to serve just as kind of a hub and you go explore, come back, explore, come back, explore, come back? Or is just you know, one of the random towns or cities that you go by on your adventure? I hope, honestly, it is just a random city or town. I would not like a hub world, honestly, where we have to kind of return to every once in a while. Now, here's another shot that we have. Obviously, like I said, definitely needs some more time in the oven, but it does look good for what we've seen so far. Then we have this here where we actually see this dodge roll mechanic here. So now that could be some of the action elements that they were talking about. So other than that, we have a little bit more here where she throws the Pokeball at Shinx and we can assume that she catches it. So I guess for Pokemon like this who could be a little lower level or just have a catch rate that's so low you can just catch them right off the bat. And then Pokemon who are a little more aggressive, you might have to actually battle. We'll definitely have to wait and see how that goes out. And then we have a battle that played out there, but it's interesting to see that he did have that Riolu actually battle that Rhyhorn, and then we go to a glimpse of him catching it. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Man, that Chingling does not look good. So overall, like I said, definitely needs a little more work, and it will have some more work. Obviously, it's not going to come out until early 2022. We could even argue that it's still got a full year in development. So, man, what can we expect from this? This is going to be interesting. All I can say is I'm stoked for these. This is exactly what I've wanted in a Pokemon game. I will be covering this as much as I possibly can, so please keep to the channel for updates on Pokemon Legends Arceus and everything else in the Pokemon world. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.